Live on YouTube and Google+, it's Pageant Live. This is the place for glamour and style. Get great pageant tips you won't find anywhere else. Find out what you need to know before your next pageant. Post your questions and comments for our panel during the show. Learn great ideas about all aspects of pageantry. Here we go. Pageant Live starts right now.
Hi everyone, welcome to Pageant Live. It's Tuesday night. My name is Laura Clark. I'm excited to bring to you several guests with us this evening. You'll meet them in just 1 second. Just to let you know, tonight our topics are, first, combating fears in pageantry, and second, how to approach others who have an anti-pageantry attitude. So let's go ahead and meet our co-host, our newly crowned 2013 Miss Maryland United States, Ciera Nicole Butts. Ciera, how are you doing tonight? Congratulations on your title.
Hi, Laura. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of
hello
course.
to all the viewers. My name is Ciera Nicole Butts. You're Miss Maryland United States 2013. I reside in Baltimore right now, and I'm a graduate from Marymount University. And, you know, I'm just really excited to be your new Miss Maryland. This was my third attempt at the state title, and I guess I can say third time was a charm. I'm really excited and ready to get ready for nationals.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Everybody can follow Ciera Nicole on Facebook and see just in 2 months she's done so much within her title, and you're going to do really well at nationals. I'm excited to be, you know, enjoying the ride with you.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Before we meet our other guests, we have some other title holders in the room with us tonight. We'd like to introduce everybody to the owner of Pageant Live, the queen, the one who brought us all together tonight, Miss Pamela Prevette.
You know, I want to thank you very much. I want to thank Ciera, and I want to thank Laura, and thank you, United States. What a fabulous pageant system that is, and also United States All World Beauty. I want to thank you guys for coming. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Royal Bliss. I mean, they're also United States, Maryland United States sponsor. We would love to thank them because, you know what, without our sponsors, we would be nothing. But I want to thank also all our viewers out there. I want to say Stephanie is off tonight. She is promoting seatbelt safety. We miss you, Stephanie, but we have some competent hosts and co-hosts. Not to replace you, but they'll be here tonight. Also, Paige is, of course, our normal host. She has a Tuesday night class, so she's not here with us. So I want to say shout out to Paige. I want to tell everyone, too, be sure to check out Pageant Live website, www.pageantlive.com. We have Ask the Crown, Pageant Showcase, and we also have Pageant Showcase. If you'd like to advertise your pageant for free, just send us your information to show@pageantlive.com. But really what we need to talk about is the women in this room. I'm going to tell you, they're not only beautiful, but you know what? We have 2 NFL former cheerleaders, could be current. We also have a woman who created a blog to get people to vote. And we not only that, we have a model, we have a CEO of her own company, and also we have an American Idol finalist and an X Factor. So these women are not only beautiful, they're smart, and they have really have what it takes. So back to you, Laura. Thank you very much. Thank you for our viewers.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I think Ciera is going to introduce us to everybody before we enter our first topic.
Yes. Now, as Pamela was saying, we have a stunning panel joining us from all across the United States. So, ladies, please say hi as I introduce you. First up is Tina Montgomery, your 2012 Miss District of Columbia, United States, who placed in the top 5 at the 2012 Miss United States National Pageant. Tina is also a seasoned pageant winner who will be getting married this year. Congratulations, Tina.
Thank you, Ciera, and thanks for having me.
No problem. Next, we have Elizabeth Steinhauer, your newly crowned 2013 Miss Ohio United States, located in Cincinnati, where she is also a veteran cheerleader for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Next, we have my lovely sister queen, Miss Morgan Lash, who is the newly crowned 2013 Miss Teen Maryland United States, and she's a 19-year-old sophomore at the University of Maryland, College Park.
Hi, guys.
And last but certainly not least, we have Shealynn Morefield, Miss United States All World Beauties 2012, and she's located in Edmond, Oklahoma, who recently advanced through several rounds of American Idol.
Cher, I believe we lost Shayla, but I wanted to say something too. Morgan is a dean on the dean's list at the University of Maryland, and everyone knows that is not an easy task.
No, not at all.
But I'm going to go ahead. I'll be working on getting Shayla back in. She dropped out, I think, by mistake.
Okay.
Great. Good job. Welcome, everybody, and thanks for joining us on your Tuesday night. We're going to go ahead and kick off our first topic, which I know is something that everybody watching, whether they've been in pageants or they are considering entering a pageant, can relate to, and that is combating fears in pageantry. So before we get started with this topic, I just want to remind everybody that if you have a question or a comment, we're going to be monitoring Facebook on Pageant Live Facebook page, as well as the Miss United States Facebook page, and also you can send an email over to show@pageantlive.com. We'll try to give any responses during the show that we have time for. So Ciera, go ahead and take away the first topic.
Absolutely. So, no matter who you are, how much pageant experience you have, or how many crowns you've won, there's always something that gets on nerves tingling. I mean, I can speak from experience. My biggest fear in pageantry is on-stage questions. My first time experiencing on-stage question was when I made top 5 at Miss District of Columbia USA 2013. Now, I had prepped for it for months before. However, it's nothing like that moment when you're on stage, and you never know what the judges are going to ask you. So right before they announced the top 5 finalists, I was backstage freaking out completely. Like, I had all 250 questions that I had been practicing for months in front of me. I was reading them over and over and over again as if I didn't practice before, but I was just so nervous. But the good thing about when you compete with other girls, everyone is such nice people. Like, they'll help you out any chance they can. And a lot of the girls were trying to just calm me down and, let me relax. I said, just take a deep breath and you'll be fine. So when I got on stage, that's exactly what I did. I just took a deep breath and let the whole thing flow. So as far as combating that with like my national pageant coming up, that's exactly what I'm going to do. If I make it up to the top 5 or 6 or 7, whatever it is, and it's time for me to answer my question, I'm just going to take a deep breath and let it flow. But what do you guys think? I'm coming for you now. So Elizabeth, I think this will be your first pageant. So what's your biggest fear when it comes to pageantry?
Well, Ciera, actually my fear is the same as yours, the on-stage question, only because I've never done a pageant, so I don't know what to expect, and it's kind of like you have a few seconds to hurry up and think of a well-rounded answer while sounding flowy, but not dragging it on and kind of sounding uneducated with your answer.
What about you, Morgan? I mean, this one, I think this is like your 3rd or 4th pageant coming up, so what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear in pageants would definitely have to be the swimwear. I don't care how great you look in a bikini, but it is nerve-wracking walking across a stage in front of an entire audience in just a swimsuit.
Absolutely.
So, what I do basically to combat that fear is just try to be as prepared as possible, and you've got to eat healthy before, keep exercising, and the most important thing when it comes to swimwear, I've found at least, is to walk across the stage with confidence and to be smiling and just to know that you are as prepared as you possibly could be, and that no matter what happens on the stage, you're going to be just fine.
Absolutely. Is Shealynn back? I don't know if she's here. Shealynn,
Yeah, she's back. She's back.
So Shealynn, what's your biggest fear when it comes to pageantry?
My biggest fear would be I have a very loud and naughty, and sometimes that can be a turnoff for some people, and especially meeting brand new girls that you've never met before. And it would just be trying to make friends and control my outgoingness, and I just I let it roll off my shoulders because I've learned throughout the years that not everybody is going to like me, but I like me, and the people that do, I gain sisters for life, and I've definitely gotten over that. So
that's good. Tina, now you placed top 5 in last summer's Miss United States pageant. Can you respond to any of these fears, and how do you handle that?
Absolutely, Sierra. I can agree with all of the fears that all the young ladies mentioned. For me, my biggest fear is being unprepared. I consider myself very type A. I like to be prepared for a pageant. So in order for me to calm my nerves in the weeks leading up to the pageant, I do the best that I can to be prepared for every round of competition. And that even includes the little emergencies you would never think would happen. I like to bring an emergency kit, extra clothes, extra shoes, and I just practice. If you practice with a smile, you'll smile when you're nervous.
That is so true. That's good advice. Now, Shealynn, you mentioned personality match as one of your fears. Now, you were a contestant on American Idol. So, did you have a different fear when it came to that experience, or how did pageantry help you find success on a different stage?
You know, pageantry has gained, I've gained a lot of self-confidence through pageantry, and on stage in front of 4 of the most iconic musicians in music, the music industry is definitely nerve-wracking. But my personality with, say, Nicki Minaj did not mesh. But I did get over that, and I gained more of a relationship with Mariah Carey because our personalities did mesh. And I don't know if that affected my judging or anything like that. But I do know that pageantry, having to deal with, my very outgoing self, getting up in front of, the most amazing people that I've ever sang in front of is very nerve-wracking, but I had the time of my life. I made memories for life, and it was definitely the most amazing experience.
I bet. Now, do we have any questions from the fans on Facebook or from email?
Actually, yes. We actually have one for you, Ciera.
Okay.
People would like to know what is your next appearance, because there is someone out there who would love to meet you.
Oh my goodness. Actually, this Friday, I am a judge in the Miss Black and Gold pageant, which is a pageant featuring all of the contestants from the MAC chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And it's going to be held at Coppin State University this Friday at 7:30. I'm super excited. Mainly not just because of the pageant, of course, but just because now I get to sit on the other side, so I get a different perspective of pageantry. I've always been the contestant, so the fact that I'm going to be a judge this time, I'm really excited.
Wow. Real quick, Sheila, tell everyone how far you made it to the finals of American Idol. You made it at, what, 279,000 actually tried out, and you made it to what?
Yeah, the top 160.
That's phenomenal.
So
that is incredible.
Thank you. It was so much fun, like I said, and I learned a lot. And now I'm going to be broadening my experience, and I'm going for X Factor next. So watch X Factor next season. You may just see me, and I'm not going to give up until I get there.
Good job.
Perfect attitude.
Thank you.
Good job. Well, thanks, everybody. It's just important for us all to notice our fears, I think, with this topic in particular, to address those things, but not look at them necessarily as weaknesses, but just challenges. And we always say in pageantry, if it was easy, everyone would do it, of course, but it does get easier, as we know, even just being on live webcasts and things like that, right? We get a little nervous about
right?
different situations all the time. So these types of things just prepare us for the next chapter in our life. Just like Shealynn was mentioning her next chapter, we will all move on and do something beyond pageantry as well. So, and we all are every day doing more. So we're going to go on to our next topic in just a moment, but we just want to check in with Pamela if there's any special announcements that you need to make on behalf of the show.
No, like I have to tell you, like I tell everyone, these are phenomenal women. They say what they're doing. These women are all type A. They are accomplished women, and absolutely, we will see them outside of pageantry. Of course, I have aspirations that you all will win. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I really, I think it's really phenomenal, and I want to thank you guys for being here a lot. And I thank you to our viewers. If you have any questions, please, you can tweet them to us at show. You can email them to us at show@pageantlive.com, or you can put it on YouTube. But that's all. Thank you. Go ahead, Laura. Back
Great.
to you.
Well, we're going to move on to another topic, which was actually requested recently for Pageant Live to do a subject matter such as this, and that is how to approach different people in your life who are a little skeptical of pageantry. And it could be spouses, it could be family, it could be friends. It's not necessarily just a stereotype of pageantry, but really people who are close to you who either don't understand the commitment that you have, or they just, you know, all sorts of different situations. So we want to dive into that and hear about some personal experiences out there and how to approach people so that they maybe have a better understanding of what you do in the pageant world. So Ciera?
Definitely. Now, I can attest to this 100%. My family is not the most supportive when it comes to pageantry. You know, I definitely hear all the time, like, you're doing this again, why are you wasting so much money? You know, I don't think this is for you. But I just take it all as motivation to do well with it. You know, if they say all the negative things, and I say, you know what, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to make you understand what exactly this is and how it could help me with my professional development. So, you know, I just try to stay positive with everything that they say. I mean, it's pretty hard considering it's the people that I love most. However, the more I excel in it, the more proud of me they'll become. But, I mean, Shayla, do you have any experience in this area? What is your response to this?
Yeah, actually, I do. You know, both my mother and my father, whenever I first started getting involved in this, they both, especially my dad, he was very, very skeptical at first. You know, he's the colonel in the Air Force, and he was very, you know, tight with his money and everything. And so having to pour out, you know, a bunch of money for, you know, subjecting yourself to quote failure is what he saw in his mind. You know, he didn't really understand until I started showing him exactly what I do after you win the crown, because there's so much that you do when you're on stage and you're being judged by judges. And the girl that's being chosen for that title after she wins the title, the pageant isn't over. You have all of your appearances, you have your work with the community and stuff like that, and you really start to make a difference within your community. And I have noticed that first on with the title that I have now, and I have turned a ton of my family members around just from them seeing exactly what I do as a, you know, a pageant queen. So
yeah, definitely. Now, I can agree with that as well. I actually have friends who, you know, are interested in pageantry now. However, they don't really think of the TV after, like you had just said. You know, like there's so much we do in the community after winning the crown. It's not about just being, you know, a photo shoot and doing appearances, saying hello and signing autographs. That's not what it's all about. And I think that's what, you know, we do when we're out in the community. We help people understand more. So I definitely can agree with you. Morgan, now I want to get your feedback on this because you're the only teen in the mix. What have you experienced with this stuff?
Well, you know, being a teen and coming from a generation where a lot of my friends, all that they know about pageants is toddlers and tiaras and Honey Boo Boo. And so, you know, I've been really blessed and had a super supportive family that's always been there for me through it. But a lot of my friends don't necessarily understand because they only really see the superficial and glamorous side of pageants. But the best way to, like you said before, Ciera, the best way to combat that is basically to prove them wrong and to get out there and do things for your platform issues and for your community that's going to show people that there's a lot more to pageants than what they see on TV.
Absolutely. Now, I was talking about this with Miss Ohio earlier, and she had a really good point. What was your take on it, Elizabeth?
Well, actually, since becoming an NFL cheerleader, I've gotten a lot of negative feedback, whether it be from people that don't even know me on the internet saying mean things about a picture that might have happened when I was cheering on the field and I was leaning over so my stomach was kind of hanging out a little bit, so they'll say something mean about that. Fortunately, my family is so supportive. They've always been supportive of everything. Some friends have said a few things that kind of hurt my feelings, but in my mind, I really think that you should just not react to the negativity, because the minute that you do react, it's kind of switched and then you're looked at as the rude one. So in my mind, just stay with the people that keep you happy and spread positivity and just kind of get rid of all those negative people that are just miserable and just want to make you miserable, because life is too short in life. There's so much happiness in life that you shouldn't look at all that.
Yeah, definitely. Now, do we have any questions from Facebook or via email, Pamela?
Yes, somebody actually recognized Elizabeth. You're an NFL cheerleader for who?
The Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, and you probably have, what, 2% body fat, so I don't know what fat they were talking about.
I wish.
Well, you're probably close, real close.
Oh, thank you.
I think that's probably one of the hardest things in the pageant world, is that, you know, in general, all of our sisters in pageantry, our directors, try to be very positive. And so I always say that on pageant day and pageant weekend, and especially when you're around those people all the time, you know, that's not the real world for a lot of people. And so, you know, they go to work where there might be, you know, more negative attitudes, and they place themselves in different situations that we have to, if you should be approached by any sort of a negativity, especially those people who are closest to you, let them know how happy that it makes you, and your goals and your reasons behind what you do, and as Ciera mentioned, what you do with the crown, and, you know, just turn around the face of pageantry, especially those who are closest to you. And I've seen, you know, as you mentioned, so many parents who come after the pageant's over, maybe their daughter did not get the crown, or they do win the title, and they say, wow, you know, this experience is really preparing her for something else in life, and, you know, thank you for being there and pushing her, and happy that they made the decision to get involved. So we're glad to talk about that. It's a crazy, crazy industry, and so I think as toddlers and tiaras, we mentioned, sometimes the public only sees, you know, the drama and the entertainment value that's put out there in reality TV. And so we have to show people, just like PageantLIVE, you know, the real side of pageantry. So thank you, ladies, for your experiences and being open to that. We do have one more final topic. Ciera, did you want to touch on that?
Sure, yes. Our final topic is basically what made you choose your system and what it really means to you. Me personally, I've actually had experience in 2 different systems. The Miss United States system is one, as well as the Miss USA system. Before I competed for Miss Maryland United States, I actually competed for Miss Maryland USA as well as Miss District of Columbia USA. Now, the systems are very different, but similar in the same aspect. The reason that I chose the Miss United States system now is because I think it's a perfect blend of Miss USA and Miss America. I love the whole aspect of the platform as well as the glamour with both. And that's something that Miss America holds as far as the platform, and then the glamour of Miss USA. So I thought it was a really good mix for both, because I didn't want to do just one. I wanted to definitely do both. Shayla, could you explain more about your system? Because I'm actually not familiar with it.
Real quick, yeah. Ciera, what is your platform, please?
Oh, I'm sorry. My platform is youth mentorship with a focus on inner city youth. The reason I chose that was just because I'm from Baltimore, and a lot of the youth here are very, you know, they fall a victim to a lot of negative things in the city, such as crime and drugs and teen pregnancies. So I definitely wanted to be in the public and show them that, you know, that's not the only way, that you can get outside of that and you can do much more with your life.
You're a fabulous role model, too.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So, Shealynn, yeah, so could you explain more about your system? Because, like I said, I'm not that familiar with it.
Yes, I'm Miss United States All World Beauties 2012. I chose this system because I have a young daughter. She will be 4 in July. And being 22 and having a child, it was really hard to find a system that had an appropriately aged Ms. division, and actually the system that I'm in now had a Miss division that was my age that allowed contestants with children. So I was still able to continue my pageant life even after I had had my daughter, and continued my work. And the United States All World Beauty system focuses mainly on empowering the success of the modern woman. So we have all kinds of age divisions ranging from, we actually just added some princess divisions. So as young as my daughter to as old as I think 65 or 70. So range of ages, and I have been honored to carry the Miss United States title, and I'm actually going to Orlando to give it up in July, and I'm sad to see it go, but you know, we have to move on to the next one, and you know, continue chasing my dream. So that's my system.
Shayla, what is your platform? Real quick, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
My platform is raising awareness for mental illness and suicide prevention. Being a patient with bipolar disorder myself and severe anxiety disorder due to some very personal issues back when I was in high school, I became pretty suicidal, and after I had gotten on the steady regimen that I'm on and gotten to be healthy again, I have actually kind of taken all of my struggles and made them into a triumphant, and trying to, you know, tell the whole nation about my story and how I've overcome my own struggles, and that even if you do have a mental illness, it's not the end of the world, and you can still carry on your life as normal.
Shayla actually did a clip on that, and probably about a couple million people saw about your platform, so I applaud you being able to get out there and get that information out. I'm sorry, Ciera.
Thank you.
That's fine. So next up is Morgan, and you have a United States title as well. So what made you choose this strategy?
So one of the things that attracted me to the United States system was that each category is weighted equally. So you have your interview, your onstage question, your swimwear, and your evening gown, all as 25% as your total score, which, you know, to me, that just shows that they're going to come out with a really well-rounded queen. They're not just focusing on your beauty or how great you look in a swimsuit, but they want someone that has all kinds of great qualities. And another thing that was important to me was that I would be able to do a lot of work with my platform, which is curing childhood illness through the organization, the Ronald McDonald House. And, you know, I've gotten out there, and I'm getting to do a lot of work with them, which is awesome, and that's something I definitely wanted in a system. And right now, I am looking to go ahead and get down there and meet some of the kids in May as soon as I finish up with all of my classes here at University of Maryland. And I'm putting together a charity fashion show, actually, to be held sometime in early June, I think, with the proceeds benefiting the Ronald McDonald House in Baltimore. And more information will be posted about that on the Miss Maryland United States Facebook page if you want to keep your eye out for it.
Let us know, too. We'll post it up. That's a very good cause.
Absolutely.
That is
Thank you so much.
exciting.
Sure.
And now,
Thank you so much.
Elizabeth, you are a part of the Miss United States system as well. Tell me why you chose this system.
Well, kind of like what you and Morgan were saying, really all of the women are so well-rounded. You know, they're all beautiful, they're all smart, and they're all very charitable, respectful not only to others but to themselves. Recently, I became Facebook friends with a lot of the other girls, and I just love looking at all the pictures of everything that they're doing, and it's so great. I enjoy it, and since this is my first time being in a pageant, I couldn't have picked a better organization to start with.
That's great. Actually, what's your platform, Elizabeth?
My platform is helping fight childhood obesity.
Oh, it's really good.
Yep.
Tina, so you'll be giving up your crown pretty soon. I'm pretty sure you're sad about that. But what made you choose the Miss United States? You know, like, how do you feel about your last couple of months as being a title holder?
Yes, I give up my title in a month, which is really sad, but I was really happy to hold a title with the Miss United States system because this is one of the few systems that recognizes women in their older 20s and beyond can still be pageant queens, which is why I hold a Ms. title, MS. So it was very important to me to continue my platform. Just because I'm not a young little 24-year-old anymore, it doesn't mean that I can't continue my cause, which is civic education. I call my platform Your Voice, Your Vote. I actually grew up in Germany, and I saw the fall of communism when I was a little girl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't know that about me. I speak fluent German, and I'm a dual citizen. So when I came to America, moving to Washington, D.C., of all places, you know, that love of politics and that love of civic activism was very deeply ingrained in me within the two places I've lived in my whole life. So not only the emphasis on the mid division, but also the emphasis on interview. For me, I'm one of those weird birds who loves the interview portion of a pageant and the onstage question. So to see that it was a round robin style interview where I got one-on-one time with each judge, I found that was really important because it showed the system really cared about our platforms and getting to know us on a deeper level.
Now that I can agree with. I mean, I'm a little nervous about on-stage question, like I stated before. However, I love interview, which is so weird. And like, this was the first time that I did a round robin style interview, and I actually loved it. I liked it a lot better than panel style, so that was pretty cool.
Ciera, yeah. I want to go back real quick to Tina. You know what? We take so much for advantage in the United States. You actually saw the fall of communism, so I'm sure that really shaped who you are. I actually saw your website. It's really excellent, very good work that you're doing getting out there, so I applaud you for that.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Now, as I stated before, I've had experience in other systems. And, we're here not to say that one organization is better than the other, but there is a difference, and it's extremely important that you do your research when it comes to finding your best fit. So, Laura, since you're the director for Miss Maryland, DC, and Delaware, could you tell us what's on the horizon for the Miss United States organization?
Sure. And I mentioned at the top of the show, I held a national title within the Miss United States organization. I was Miss United States 2011. So being a director is really crazy. It's just really nice and natural. So I get to guide people, get to network with Elizabeth and other title holders. Shealynn, it's great to meet you. And all the ladies, and prepare them for nationals, as well as Morgan's fashion show, get behind the scenes with her, help her bring some things to life. So that's very exciting. The Miss United States organization, this is the thick of pageant season for us right now. So April, May, lots of pageants still coming up in different states. I know that Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, California, Colorado, Delaware, Maryland has passed. Delaware and District of Columbia. This coming weekend is New Jersey and Pennsylvania and New York. So check out MissUnitedStates.com and click on your state. Typically, you do have to live in, reside, go to school in the state. But some of the states are an appointed position, such as Elizabeth. Elizabeth, do you want to tell us about being appointed to your title?
Sure. Actually, I remember you had Facebook messaged me about if I had any interest in pageantry, and I said, well, yeah, I just never went for it because I had so much other stuff going on. But then Casey, my state director, she had added me on Facebook, and I didn't really even know that that was a state director, and she said she went through my Facebook and looked at my posts, and she said that after she saw all the good things that I was posting, that I was a definite winner in her eyes.
Yeah, well, definitely. For an appointed person, they go through an interview process, they go through an application process. There are very few states in the United States system. Possibly some states are still appointing certain divisions. For example, junior teen or Ms. in certain states are more popular for an appointed position. So just go to the website and click on your state under the state tab and find out what's going on. If it's not this year, then we do hold nationals in July in Washington, D.C., where I'm located. So we're very excited. It's in the nation's capital. Around July 4th holiday, we do a lot of appearances surrounding Independence Day with the fireworks and a parade. It's just really neat to have all those states, just like you would envision it, all the beautiful women from every state walking in the nation's capital during our nationals in July, and then we'll come around. Some of the pageants do take place in the fall, so make sure you take a look at upcoming opportunities. So Pamela, thanks again for having us on.
Thank you.
We want to thank all the sponsors, and we want to thank all of our gorgeous, intelligent, so well-rounded title holders who have joined us, and all of those across the country who are doing what you're doing. It matters, and we are watching you, and we're supporting you, even if you're not here in this room with us tonight. Everything that everyone's doing is a great representation of the pageant world. We support you so much. We want to thank our co-host, Ciera Nicole. Did
Yes.
awesome.
Thank you.
Glad you could make it in. And once again, Shealynn, Morgan, Elizabeth, and Tina. Make sure you come back and watch Pageant Live every Tuesday here at 8 p.m. Eastern. If you can't tune in every week, you can see some of the shows on the website pageantlive.com. And if you have any suggestions for future shows or questions, make sure you reach out to the Facebook page or email show@pageantlive.com. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you again later.
Thank you. I want to let everybody know we are going to be having a show in which Morgan also will be on about teens who are making a difference. They are not following the MTV generation. They are shaping the country. So look for that. I believe that's April 9th. But thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone. Guests. Have a good evening.
Bye. Thanks.
Night.
Thank you.